Hey, what's going on, my friends? How are ya? Hiker Dave here. I am at a place. It was just on the side of the road. I was driving by it. I happened to spot it out of the corner of my eye, and I saw a trailhead with a sign, so of course I had to turn around and explore this area. Really beautiful, beautiful spot. I'm thinking this gets flooded a lot, just because the road is right up there. I just came in, saw a couple of leaners on the side of the road. That's kind of what caught my eye first. But I wanted to go for a little hike anyways. But I think a lot of this gets flooded here because there's little footbridges over here. There's two of them on dry land. So this area during the melts and the snow melts and stuff from the mountains, it must get flooded out. But let's see if we can find any Bigfoot sign here. See if they've been through this area. I noticed a couple of birch, good-sized birch branches right at the trailhead, and the nearest birch tree was like on the other side of this river here. So I don't know if they're brought there by somebody. Obviously, I mean, they didn't fall there, so somebody put them there. Where's my blazes here? Okay. This looks traveled. It's not marked as a trail, but that looks traveled. Let's take a little walk down here by the river and see what we see. Yeah, this is not the trail. So we'll take a little walk over this way. See if I notice anything interesting. I see a no trespassing sign there, which leads me to believe I don't want to be in this area. I don't know why it's not focusing, but there is a no trespassing sign. So I'll go back to the trail so as not to get myself in trouble. I often see, excuse my neck, I'm having a little neck problem. I think my mattress is trying to kill me. I see a lot of spots as I'm driving. But you can't just pull over willy-nilly anywhere up here, especially on this particular road. It's really windy and it's tight. Speed limit's like 50. But, so it's for safety reasons. I can't just pull right over. And I often see things on the side as I'm driving down the road, especially on my motorcycle, because you could just see so much more on a bike. And I'll notice something right away as I'm driving by it, and I'm looking. I can't pull over and stop. You know, I often think, geez, I should hitchhike this road or find a parking place and just walk the road. But that in itself is dangerous too, because just because the roads are so thin, the speed limits are nuts up here. You could go from 50 to 55 miles an hour and turn a corner and it drops to 30. But it's not really a place that I'd want to walk down the side of the road. I don't see any blazes on the trees, so let me just get my bearings here. Okay, I see a marker on the tree up here. This really is a beautiful trail, right? That just follows the river. That's awesome. I like that a lot. It's nice to have a water source right next to you the whole time while you're hiking, I must say. I'm not seeing a lot of sign here for right now, but got this little leaner here. This little birch lean. So there are a couple birch trees around, so take that into consideration. Oh, I see a big break. I see a huge tree break over there. So, of course, I got to take you guys over there, right? Let's see if we can't find a kind of an easy way over there. Oh, see, I almost walked into you. See the spider web? It's all right, I'll get it on the way back. Oh, that's up there. That's a big old fat break right there. That's a good sized tree. I'd say that break is about, I'm pretty good at guessing here. I'd say 7.5 feet up. It looks fairly old as well. I don't see any yellowing or anything up there, so I'm thinking that's a couple seasons, a couple years even. I am not a tree professional, but you really can't tell when they're new, you know. That's a really decent sized tree to have the wind knock it over and not knock over the tree next to it that's even thinner. Cool, all right. Kind of a decent find. I'm gonna get back on the trail. Had a little family gathering at my place Sunday. It was really nice. My cousin came up from Massachusetts. I went down, met him. We rode up. Had my niece came over, and big brother Bob, of course, was right down the street. He came over, and we sat in the barn, and we laughed, and we had ourselves a good old time. It's nice to get together with family like that. I think it's really important to keep those connections. You know, the more you go without seeing family, almost the more awkward it is when you do. And I just am a huge believer in our family sticking together, you know. A really beautiful, beautiful area. Not a difficult hike at all. I really like having the river right next to me the whole time. It's nice, really pretty. What a perfect place, really, for a Sasquatch family or something along those lines to live. I mean, this place is just perfect. There's so much area to blend into your surroundings and plenty of food, plenty of water. There's a big old tree break right there. That looks old as well. Let's go check that one out, huh? That's a big one. That's a big one. That's about 9 feet up, maybe more. Yeah, that's more like 10 or 11 feet up. You know, I'll often look too. I'll look way up. There's a big opening in the canopy here. I mean, I could almost see snow load maybe doing this, but it's such a thick tree. But I look for stuff like that. If it's a tree broken like that, and it's sitting all by its lonesome, and it's a big opening, there's no canopy overhead, and it just almost seems like a prime candidate for a snow load break. I've never seen a tree break because the snow was so heavy on it. So, I mean, it's tough to say, and you could say the same thing about Sasquatch. I mean, no one's, not that I know of, has ever been able to produce a video of Sasquatch breaking saplings and all these things that I like to talk about on my videos. But you have to keep it in mind. Nature does some crazy things. Where did my trail go? Oh, I see a blaze down there. It's perfect today for hiking. It's 75, very low humidity. Boy, this river really opens up down there. Much more calm. And I'm headed that way, so that's cool. We'll get to check that out. I feel really, really comfortable here right now. It's nice. It feels very inviting, kind of a vibe. I like these on a whim hikes. I didn't plan today on going on a hike, or even I didn't plan to make a video. But when I just happened to drive by and I wanted to check it out, this trail is starting to get away from the river a little bit and kind of getting a little bit further into the woods. And I'm okay with that. If I was a Sasquatch, I'd have the high ground up there. And I'd be watching. I'd be watching from the high ground. Looks like a small clearing up here. Let's see, you guys can see this. Totally quieted right down as soon as I left the sounds of the river. Got all kinds of quiet. Now that I just explained how comfortable and comforting it is here, now I'm a little bugged out. There's a smaller tree break, and then as you can see, this landed on it. I'm not sure how that gets underneath this log, but it happened. Well, that's very interesting. That really, really looks twisted, without a doubt. I smell something pretty nasty right now. That's interesting. That is twisted. Really, really twisted. And this little break here as well. That is for sure an angry twist, in my opinion. My opinion only, guys. Man, it smells like something died or something. Boy, it stinks something awful here. Well, that looks like an angry twist. Angry twist and a break there. I don't know. Interesting though. Man, that stink is bad. Ooh. Smells like, I don't know what it smells like. Ooh. Ooh, Jesus. Excuse my language. Wow. I think there must be a dead animal around here or something. That stink is nasty. I don't know if it's on the wind, the smell. It's getting weaker and weaker as I'm moving along. Yikes, it feels like it's on my clothes. The terrain is getting a little bit more challenging, kind of the further I get in here. Bugs are getting a little bit worse. And the beautiful sounds of nature I once heard a mile back are now gone. All right, I'm going to head a little further, guys, and I'm hungry. So either I stop and set up a little spot and eat. I probably will just kind of double back and do that. I have another cousin. I have a huge family. Another cousin who just visited when I was leaving the house. Stopped by with my sister, and she's visiting, so maybe she'll still be there when I get back. I'm going to go a little further. I say that all the time. Even to myself. I'm always like, okay, let me just let me just go up there to that little thing there, and I kind of just will be like, all right, let me go a little bit further. And it just turns into these long hikes. I don't really smell that smell anymore. Smelled like dead animal, a fresh, strong skunk, and like rotten meat all at the same time. So, okay, the bugs are getting pretty bad. I'm gonna double back, and see, then I see it's darker up there. I like that scariness of that. What could that have been? I hear stuff oftentimes, guys, and I don't say nothing because I'm not trying to, I don't want to make it be like every single video, ooh, what's that, you know? Something fell from a tree or something, like right over here, and hit the ground. I mean, I have to go investigate that. Just another 100 yards. I don't really smell that anymore. I got to stop doing this. I keep saying a little further. I mean, I'm going to end up on a 2-mile hike, and that's a 4-mile hike total. A little bit more than I expected. I don't think I'm quite 2 miles yet, but if I keep doing this, just a little further, next thing you know, bam, Bob's your uncle, and you're doing a 4-mile hike instead of a 3-mile. So I made the call. I'm going to start heading back. Then this river area kind of turned into like this marshy area. Not as pretty and all storybook looking anymore. It's starting to look more like a tropical area with all the ferns and the stinks and smells that just, ooh, that smell was pretty rough. Rotten meat or something. So, I like the area. It's cool. It's not so bad. Will I come back here? I don't know. It's kind of convenient. Again, I think I mentioned where I am. I'm in Dublin, New Hampshire, which is it's not far from where I live. But I don't know if it's worth coming back. I may come back just for to do this whole loop trail it showed in the beginning. It showed in the beginning of the trailhead. Maybe I'll snap a picture and I'll put it in. The trailhead, it's just kind of a huge loop around what's supposed to be a lake. And I haven't found the lake yet. So maybe it's much further away, but just for now, like I said, I'm prepared. I got all my stuff that I need. But I started too late. It's 3:30 or something like that when I got here. So it's, I've been hiking for an hour plus. And then I got to go back an hour plus. And so I just kind of, if I was to complete the whole loop, I probably should have got here at like noon or 11 or something, But I got here too late in the day. I don't feel massively drawn to the area either. I don't feel like this is, aside from that smell, I've smelled before at Massasoit in Massachusetts. I think only once. maybe a second time, but I think one time I was there and I smelt this horrid, nasty, nasty stink, like a dead animal that's been sitting in the sun, mixed with like, I don't even know, it stank so bad you can almost taste it, you know. That's what that was like just back here, the half a mile or so. Yeah, it still stinks here. I don't know if someone's out here with a dog or something, but a distant bark or something. Just kind of leaving this camera facing up the hill there. Maybe you guys will see something. I'm not even looking up there. I'm keeping my eyes down on the trail. Well, I definitely appreciate you guys coming with me today. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I know that there wasn't really anything going on besides the stink. And I swear, if this YouTube channel had an app that you could smell, I would disable it. That's how nasty that was. But anyways, I'm close to the road. I kind of got a little devoured by mosquitoes, but hey, what are you gonna do? I'm over here bleeding. Beautiful area. I will take, I'm gonna show you guys before I sign off here, and just give you guys a little quick picture of the area from the trailhead. Oh God, I almost just wiped out. Oh Jesus. I don't remember coming this way. Jeez. It's because I didn't. So yeah, I'll show you the right at the trailhead, the picture of the map. Give you guys an idea where I'm at. Multi-use public land. I like to see that. So that's where I was. I see, I parked up here. Yeah, see, I never made it to the lake part, so, or maybe I did, I didn't really notice it, I'm not positive. Interesting little place. Edward McDowell Lake, and I called it the McDowell Trail. I mean, I can name it whatever I want, right? That was nice. That was fun. Thank you so much, guys, for clicking. I really do appreciate it. And without a doubt, I'll see you on the next one.